Hey guys, welcome to an all signs reading. This is going to be your mid-April, even though it's like April 22nd when I'm filming this, but mid-April into May reading. I figured I would just make it an all signs. It's a little bit easier for me to just upload one video, so this is what we're doing. So is going to be kind of a reading for April 23rd, I guess, which is when this will come out, into May 23rd. So kind of the next month, but kind of staggered, obviously. So we are going to get into it. Again, we're going to look at all signs. So you guys can check out your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus sign, North Node, whatever you want to watch. Timestamps will be down below, so you guys can check those out, as well as they'll be kind of in the bottom of the video here. So yeah, we're going to kind of get into it. Take what resonates. Obviously, they are general, so keep that in mind. But we are going to start off with Aries here. So Aries, let's see what's going on. We have new moon in Scorpio. Go deeper. Okay. So you may be being called to kind of look a little deeper at something. We will actually have a lunar eclipse. Yes, a lunar eclipse in Scorpio coming in. I believe it's in Scorpio. I have to double check that, but regardless, we're in eclipse season right now. So the eclipses, Scorpio is the south node right now collectively. So I feel like maybe this eclipse season, we did just have an eclipse in your sign, Aries. So this could be kind of hitting you a little heavier than maybe some others. But let's see, what is it that you need to kind of go deeper about here, Aries? April into May, what is this about for Aries? This also could be you taking a look at something something deeper that you're kind of like maybe starting or initiating here. We have the Tower, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Devil. Interesting. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands, which would be your energy here. So I do feel like this has to do with like your personal life with this Nine of Pentacles here, like your personal, yeah, just kind of like your own personal goals, your own sense of self. It's interesting that the Tower is out here because this is Mars energy, which is obviously the ruler of you, but also Scorpio. So a lot of scorpionic energy here. I feel like there's a transformation, but I also feel like there's like a breaking of like a challenging cycle or a challenging barrier here, something maybe like you've been attached to or felt kind of stuck to in a way. I'm also getting something here about like material aspects. So it's like if you're trying to make more money or you're very money focused, it's like asking yourself like why? Or is there something deeper? Like, do you need to go deeper beyond like I'm doing this for money, and go deeper into the sense of like I'm doing this because I want to provide X, Y, and Z, right? Like how can you help people instead of just trying to get more money? It's like the intention around what you're doing. So that'll be for some of you. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is like breaking some sort of cycle or pattern that you have been possibly dealing with. I feel like it's going to kind of like set you free in a way. It's going to allow you to become more abundant. But you do have to kind of like go deeper, look deeper within this aspect here of self. This could be still like looking at something that's been blocking you and holding you back financially, for sure. And what's been making you feel either even self-worthy or confident as well. So it could be, it's just like a sense of, it's the earthly aspect of life, right? So very Taurus type of energy, you know, that Venus quality of what is of value to you, what's of importance to you, what's going to bring you luxury and abundance, and even that feeling of luxury and abundance. Because I feel like there's been something that's been holding you back here. And again, for some of you, this could be like your focus is on material gain when it needs to be of like providing or being of service, rather than just trying to make more money kind of thing. Not that you can't have that, but is that your intention? Like, I just want to make money. I just want to make money. I don't really care about anyone else. Or is there like a deeper transformation that you're trying to help people through, or a deeper thing that you're trying to provide that can still provide you a lot of money, but that also, you know, helps other people. And that's kind of like the deeper intention around it. Hopefully that makes sense. But I do feel like there's going to be a big change here. Again, I feel like this eclipse season is definitely kind of like awakening something within you, or having you realize something, but it's having you step into your power here. King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, like, and even the Devil is a very powerful energy, right? It can be a positive card where there's like this fixation to like really achieve and be ambitious and go after something and not give up and like keep holding on to this, you know, dream that you have, kind of thing, right? Like the kind of this obsession or this attachment to like achieving things, which isn't always a bad thing, except for when it's, again, what's the intention around it. But I do feel like there is some sort of big shift or change here that is going to help you feel more abundant in some capacity, whether, again, that's a feeling, like a self-worth feeling, or it's like a physical manifestation of something that makes you feel of luxury. And I do feel like with this Scorpio energy, it's really asking you to like reflect and go deeper within whatever is coming up here, and that's creating big changes in your life here. So there's something, I think if you do this reflection, you go deeper, you really sit with this for a minute and really maybe even figure out like, what is this attachment that I have? What is this deeper rooted aspect here? Then you're going to be able to kind of like set yourself free and really kind of set yourself up for success here. Because I do see you being successful and very powerful, but there could be some shifts and changes in how that success comes towards you. So hopefully that made sense. But that is what I have for you, Aries. All right. We are going to move on here to Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus. I will be doing a pick a card for you guys, so keep an eye out for that. I just saw the Chariot cards, so some of you could be overcoming some obstacles here in a really positive way. That's funny, actually. First quarter moon in Taurus, so your energy, release control, which is funny that the Chariot came out because the Chariot can talk about control. Let's see. We have the Ten of Wands, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Wands. I feel like saying you don't have to do all the work. Success is coming towards you, and look at that, the Chariot at the bottom. So it wanted to come out. And both the Chariot and the Six of Wands talk of success here. So I feel like the work and the effort that you've been putting in towards something here, Taurus, is it will be successful. I don't feel like you have to force anything here. You could be doing a lot. I almost feel like you're maybe doing too much with the Ten of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Like, people see you as somebody who's very reliable, very practical, obviously, right? Like, you're an earth energy, right? So, but there's this sense of doing too much, or maybe burning yourself out, or having too many responsibilities. You could also just like really need a break. Like, you maybe have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands is giving me this energy of like doing the same thing every day, day in, day out, and like never taking a break from it. Not that what you're doing is bad. It's just that like you just might need a little switch up in your routine here. But with the Six of Wands talking of success, people are going to be recognizing you as well. Like, I just feel like there's some sort of challenge that you're overcoming. Some of you, this obstacle or these burdens could be coming to an end with the Ten of Wands, and then the Chariot indicating, you know, kind of moving past that energy. So it's like your hard work is paying off, but I just don't feel like you have to like really control things as much as maybe you're trying to control. Like, you can kind of let some of these like burdens go. So you have more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you've done the work and you're doing the work, and you don't have to keep forcing or pushing it. It's like, because you're putting in the effort and it'll just work out because you're doing the thing, you know? I don't feel like you need to add more onto your plate. This also might not be the time to add more to your plate. I actually see you like letting some things go, and whether that's because they're completing or you're allowed to let them go because it's just, or you're making that choice. But with the Six of Wands, it gives me the sense of like people are seeing your efforts and your work paying off. Okay, so I just feel like there's a sense of you feeling recognized and seen, and that your hard work is paying off, but also that you might be able to drop some sort of burden or struggle here because that something has completed. This could be like a job or a task or a project you've been working on. It also could be something like materially, in the sense of like your money, like if you've been working towards something financially, like paying something off or saving up money or paying for something, whatever. I see you being able to do that, and then again, you get to release that control in the sense of like it's no longer something you have to be responsible for. So it's something about releasing a responsibility here, but being successful in that process. Like it's a positive releasing of that responsibility because you've like completed something. And I feel like this kind of made you feel stuck a little bit, and you will be feeling a lot more free, or just have a little bit more choice as to what direction or where you're taking something. So there's like things are expanding, or things are going to like free up for you. Like there's this expansive type of feeling that is coming from this. So I'm not sure what it is that you're dropping, but it's working in your favor, and it's going to make you feel really good, I feel. But if you're taking on too many tasks, I would say like look at that and see if you are controlling or trying to control or do too much. Really take a look at that and where can you free up some of your energy, because that'll make you feel a lot better as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I got. That's what I got for you, Taurus. Hopefully that resonates. So you guys can check out your other signs. Again, keep an eye out for that. Pick a card. Let's see. We are going to move on to Gemini here. Let's see, Gemini. What do you guys need to know? We have last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. So some of you just might need to take a break. Some of you, like, breath work could be beneficial for you. I'm not sure if that's something that you're already into or that you do, but for some reason that's coming in, as well as just like being around water or like being outside. What's going on for Gemini here? King of Swords, King of Wands, ooh, Eight of Cups. Some of you may need to distance yourself from someone here. We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, some of you may need to distance yourself from someone. This could be anybody. It's almost like with the two masculine energies, it's like there could be a little bit of like an ego clash. It could be a fire sign. Or if you have fire in your chart, it could be an air sign, right? Could be anybody, like I said, someone who's just like kind of yeah, just kind of, I feel like there's like a sense of egos clashing here a little bit. I feel like wanting to look at these in the reverse. So again, I feel like that's telling me like there's an ego clash here, like kind of like an argument or a disagreement, or both people trying to control and manipulate the situation, like both being very impulsive and also just very like, it's almost like one person could be doing something that's impulsive, like in their actions, and the other person is like being, you know, kind of more cutthroat with their words. I feel like there's a need to take a break from this person. That doesn't mean that you're fully walking away from this person, but there's like a need to distance yourself. You could be letting go of this person. It's almost like you need to find some sense of clarity here. And so in order to that, you have to kind of part ways or separate from this person. I almost feel like this Knight of Cups is saying like you've kind of, in order to gain this Knight of Cups energy back, this kind of more creative, fun, you know, romantic type of energy, this like more balanced energy. It's like in order to gain that back in your life in general, or for you to feel more free emotionally, you may again need to either distance yourself from this person or walk away from them completely. Like some of you are not feeling fulfilled. You're not feeling, I feel like saying you're not feeling respected in a situation. And I do feel like with 2 Kings coming out, it's like there's a power struggle here. Like this could be a work situation. This could be a friend, a family member. I'm not really getting love, but it could be. But again, regardless, there's like this power struggle a little bit here. And emotions, definitely with the Cancer energy here. We have Pisces. I just feel like emotionally things are maybe a bit charged. And then it's coming out in people's actions and their words. So there's like a deeper emotional aspect here between the two of you. And it's like bubbling up to the surface. It's getting a little chaotic here. So yeah, there definitely may need to be someone who you take a step back from in order for you to really kind of be able to feel like you can blossom again, that you can kind of thrive again. I just feel like there's someone who you feel kind of restricted by, or you just feel it's not working. There's kind of tension here. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you, Gemini. So if there is someone like that in your life and you're thinking of it, then definitely even just take a break from the person and just see like how that makes you feel. And that'll give you a good sign. Like sometimes when you separate yourself, you gain a bit of clarity on that situation, right? So that's what I have for you, Gemini. All right. We're going to move on to Cancer. Let's see, Cancer, what do you guys need to know? We have first quarter moon in Leo. Be humble. Okay. I'm kind of getting this energy of like being more reserved or just kind of waiting. Like don't get ahead of yourself is kind of what I'm getting. Let's see what this is about here for you, Cancer. Page of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and the Chariot. Okay, so really positive energy. We have the King of Wands. Some of you might have fire in your chart. This is your Cancer energy. Actually, both of these are your Cancer energy, the 3 of Cups and the Chariot here. I feel like there's something you're celebrating, something you're really possibly going to be excited about. I don't know if this is something maybe you're receiving. The Page of Pentacles can be like a manifestation. It's good news involving finances. So maybe you're getting a promotion or a job offer, or there's something I just feel like you're receiving. It can be like an offering of, like even this girl, she looks like she's like offering something, right? So I almost feel like saying though, there's something about like, don't get ahead of yourself. So I don't know if you're preemptively expecting this, or like when you do receive this, it's like be humble about it. Definitely take the action and move forward with it. I feel like there's you feel very empowered by this, whatever this is. I think it would just be like the ego aspect of like not being too bold or too boisterous about it. There could be a little bit of an energy of like bragging as well. So I just feel like I would say be aware of your social circle of who you're sharing this with and how you're sharing it. But otherwise, I don't really feel like there's like, I feel like it's just kind of like it's not really a warning or anything, because I see things really moving forward in a positive direction. Some of you could be very, there's like kind of this like go-getter type of energy. But I feel like you're celebrating this news, or you're celebrating this opportunity here that you've been, for some of you, you've been waiting for, you've been planning and waiting for here. So I see you and other people getting together, celebrating this. And I feel like it's success. It feels positive. It feels like, okay, we can start moving forward, or things are moving forward. Like the ball has started to roll forward. And some of you could be stepping up into like a leadership role. Oh, look at that. We have the Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Wands. So for some of you, there's like maybe a partnership here, or again, there's just like you and another entity or another person kind of coming together. I just feel like things are really balanced though. Like they feel very connected. Like it feels really positive. Things are moving in the right direction for you. So if you're waiting for an aspect of manifestation, it's something that you would celebrate with people, you would tell people about and be excited about. But I do see you taking action and being really bold and forthright with it. And I think that that's just why it's saying like, be humble, right? It's not really like you have to hide how excited you are or anything like that. It's just, yeah, I just feel like you could feel very empowered by this. And so just making sure that you're obviously dealing with it in the right way. Some of you just might have Leo in your chart, and so it might come across to people that way. But like, I'm a Leo, so I'm like one of those, I don't always agree with how people talk about Leo, but I'm biased. So, yeah, I just feel like you're going to be really excited. I feel like people are going to be excited for you as well. Like, I feel like this is like people genuinely happy for you, friends, family, that sort of thing. And you're going to be making moves. Some of you are literally going to be moving because of this opportunity, or there's a sense of maybe even travel with what you're doing or where you're going as well. So I see that as a possibility because of this. Like this could be like a going away party, like celebrating the fact that you received this, but then there's kind of this like last kind of hurrah. Okay. So looks good, Cancer. I like it. I like it for you. It seems very positive in that sense. We are going to move on. Let's move on to Leo, my fellow Leos. What is going on here for you guys? We have first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. Okay, so we did just have that Aries eclipse, new moon eclipse, which obviously would have impacted you as a fellow fire sign. What's going on for Leo here? You could be feeling very creative here. We have the Tower. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. Some of you may have Aries in your chart because Aries had the Tower for their first card as well. We also have the Moon here. All right. I feel like something might be kind of like coming to light here. Like something might be being revealed in some capacity. There's this sense of you coming together with something here. This would be a wish fulfillment, a dream, like something happy, okay? A sense of celebration, something that feels in alignment for you. So you could be receiving something. This could also be connecting with a person here as well. The Moon, ooh, and the High Priestess as well. Interesting. I feel like this is something that you don't see maybe coming, and it could be a Tower moment because you don't see it happening. I feel like intuitively you've potentially been picking up on it, but it's like you didn't really know when or where, how things were going to really truly show up. You've just been kind of trusting your path and needing to trust your path. So if you've been doubting, I feel like you need to trust your intuition here for sure. The Six of Wands here, I always like this when it comes out for Leo because it is a Leo card and it's Jupiter in Leo. So I feel like I always get like this sense of like expanding your life or things, some aspect of your life here expanding. That's going to make you feel very good and very positive and very seen, or just very not so much recognized, but like, it's just like kind of this feeling of like, hell yeah, like just this excited type of feeling. So I think there's really something positive coming in here. I almost feel like though, because the Tower is here, it's almost like this sense of like this tower is, I feel like a positive tower, but it is forcing you to step into your power. It's forcing you to really kind of like embrace your strengths and really go for what you want. So even if this opportunity with this Six of Pentacles here is coming towards you, you still have to take it and do something with it. It's still requiring you to take some sort of action, some sort of initiative, especially being an Aries energy, to really boldly step forward towards your dream, your goal. Even if it's a relationship, like you have to be willing to open yourself up and step into this. This might come in, again, very unexpectedly, and so it kind of throws you off, or it's like a curveball a little bit. And so therefore you're just kind of like, oh my God, what do I do with this? Or like, how do I... you know, like, oh my gosh, I have to make this change, or I have to like change all these things I wasn't expecting, I wasn't seeing. I knew something was coming in, but I didn't expect it now, kind of thing, right? So there's kind of this like, it's kind of like when you get like a job offer and they're like, it's like, you know, I don't know, Friday at like 4 p.m. and they're like, can you start Monday? And you're like, well, hold on, I gotta move like across the country and I gotta like find a house and a place to live. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of energy is what I'm getting. So there's kind of this feeling of like, oh my gosh, I have to act now. Or it's like, I think it's more the opportunity for you to act shows up. And so you have to just like, if it's something you want, you have to take action. You can't really like wait around for it, I almost feel. So it's not like you're kind of being rushed, but it's more of like, it's almost like there's a timeline or a deadline or something with it. It's not really something that can be like, that you can wait on. So, and I feel like this could make a really big change in your life, but a really positive change with this 10 of Cups. Like this might be something you've always wanted. And so this could definitely be supporting you materially in some way. You're definitely like receiving something, but it also could be someone like love related, again, like someone who's very generous, or someone who's very kind, or someone who's very like, you know, you kind of your soulmate type of energy, right? Like someone who you just feel very excited by. And I feel like too, like if it's like career or something, you feel like there's a sense of community. You feel like there's a sense of like, you know, happy family within your workplace or something like that, right? Like that you feel very like excited and happy about what this can provide for you, as well as you know you're capable of providing this as well. Like they see your power as well, but it is forcing you to kind of take initiative here in some aspect when this comes in, or what this is. It could be like someone saying, hey, would you mind doing this? Or hey, would you? And it turns into a really good opportunity for you. Again, this is kind of like the Tower right now. It's giving me a lot of like eclipse season energy. So I just feel like there's big changes happening for people in positive ways. Even if they don't seem positive in the moment, changes are always good, as much as we don't like them in the moment. But not that yours is bad. It's just, you know, I'm just making a generalized statement there. That's what I have for you, Leo. We're going to move on to Virgo here. Let's see. Virgo. We have new moon in Taurus. Know your worth. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups. And we have the Seven of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. You hold, look at that, even the Empress behind the 10 of Pentacles. You hold a lot of value. You are worthy of this abundance. I feel like this is about, Virgo, like where are you holding yourself back? You could be lacking a sense of clarity here in some aspect of your life. I feel like you're being asked to trust yourself. okay, with this Queen of Wands. Like, be confident in yourself, trust your sense of self to know that you can, you know, do what you want, right? And be very, you know, successful with it and thrive in your life and that sort of thing. Like, it's kind of giving me sacral chakra energy, as well as like solar plexus. So kind of the abdomen area. But that a lot of that has to do with our willpower and our creativity. And I just feel like there's something here with this 7 of Cups and 7 of Swords. Like, you've been kind of like self-sabotaging, or maybe even allowing others to kind of get in your head here. That's keeping you kind of confused or overwhelmed, or you got a lack of clarity happening here, like a little bit of mental chaos, if you will, where you just might feel very clouded. Some of you might have, I'm getting specifically the word brain fog. You might have a lot of brain fog. And so you're kind of questioning things, you're searching, you know, though, like what you have to offer, what you're doing, or how you're being, or how you are showing up in the world, whether it's love or your career. You're worthy of what you're trying to achieve. Stop doubting your purpose, your passion, the direction you want to go in life. Stop doubting that. And I feel like other people, potentially with the 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, even if it's like people you're listening to online or something, like, don't let other people like feed other ideas into your head and push you off course. Because I feel like when you tap into your sense of self, you know the direction you want to move in. But then it's like you have all this other information. Some of you are consuming too much information, consuming too many different types of people, right? Like, maybe minimize the different types of people you're listening to. You might be getting advice from too many people and going outside of yourself versus like going within and tapping into where you know, you want to go, and just like your own sense of worth. Like, people could be saying things that are making you doubt yourself because they're doubting you, right? And usually that's like reflecting and mirroring back to us an aspect that we don't believe in ourselves, right? But I feel like there's an area of your life that you need to bring out this confidence, this sense of self-worth, this sense of like knowing that this is the way I want to go and this is how I'm gonna do it, and build a foundation and a legacy. And I just feel like you can build this what you want. You can build long-term success and security and set down roots in whatever this is, and have a sense of kind of this regalness, especially with the Empress here. You can have this. Some of you are looking for like, or you're wanting to have a sense of like status in the world, or this is about your job or your career or what you want to do with your purpose, right? Don't let yourself or other people hold you back from what you know to be true for yourself. Because you are worthy and you have all the skills and the capabilities that you need. It's just this sense of kind of sabotaging thoughts and keeping this confused. So do things that are going to help you clear your mind and clear yourself of you know, clear your own energy and clear yourself of others' energy if they're keeping you in this energy as well. Like, if there's people that are, you know, kind of Debbie Downers and that sort of thing in your life. So yeah, that's what I got for you, Virgo. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. All right, if you hear any weird banging, it's my dog's wrestling. All right, let's see. We're gonna move on to Virgo, or sorry, we're gonna move on from Virgo to Libra. So let's see, Libra. I'm feeling this one over here. We have New Moon in Cancer, relax. Okay, so some of you just need to take some time off. Some of you could actually be going on a vacation, or just like, you know, a staycation, whatever. What's going on for Libra here? I'm also getting there's a situation potentially in your life that's going around that you just need to like settle from, right? Like take a bit of a moment here to just kind of, I feel like there's a really ramped up energy. But let's see, what's going on for Libra here? Libra. What's going on for Libra? Yeah, we have the moon, we have the 2 of Pentacles, and we have the 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so there's kind of this sense of like going back and forth on something here. I feel like you're very potentially like unclear on an aspect. And I say going back and forth because both the 6 and the 2 of Pentacles are kind of like juggling things, is kind of how I picture them. Well, the 2 of Pentacles is literally doing that, but the 6 of Pentacles, there's the scales. And so I kind of always get this like tipping, and you are Libra, which is scales. So I feel like you're kind of going back and forth on something here. Some of you may have your moon in Libra or your moon in Cancer, okay? But I do feel like there's a need for you to kind of emotionally connect with yourself or do things that are nurturing for your soul. Things that are kind of like feel-good things, right? To kind of make this decision and see what you want to give to. Like, what do you know, the 6 of Pentacles is like giving and receiving. And so it's like, is this something you want to invest your time and your energy into? I feel like you're weighing your options. Like I feel like there's a choice, and even the 7 of Pentacles is like investment, right? So what is it that this is your time, your money, your resources, all these pentacle energies, but it has to emotionally feel right for you. And I feel like emotionally you're unclear as to where you want to put your time and your energy. There also could be something, I mean, you're an air sign, right? So you could be logically trying to make this decision, you know, a practical, logical decision, but there's something emotionally here that is, or subconscious, or a fear, or something kind of blocking you from being able to make this decision. I feel like this is asking you to kind of take a break, kind of connect to self and see what is it that's really holding me back, or why is this a challenge for me? Because I feel like there could be some confusion, but I almost wonder if it's like, again, I was getting that like ramped up type of energy. So you might need to do things to kind of like ground yourself so that you can get the clarity that you need on this decision. This feels like it would have to deal with your material world, your resources, your work, okay, your time, where you want to spend your time, who you want to give your time to. Are you being paid enough, or you know, if you're providing a service or you're going to work and spending time, are you being paid properly? Is there a new position that you might be considering taking on, right? Like whatever it is, but it's like, I feel like it's something that you will have to put a lot of effort into. And so there's this questioning of like, is this something that I want to do? There's also this potential that it might add more to your plate. So you might have to do more things and juggle. And, it might take away from the time that you have to give to yourself. And so that could be a question as well, as making sure that you're not taking on too many things and that you're not giving too much, like making sure that there's this equal give and take of you putting out energy and you having time for yourself as well. So I feel like there's kind of like either a work-life balance or a balance of like, is this an equal give and take between me and whoever I'm dealing with, or whatever I'm dealing with, right? But if you're unclear or you're not sure, I feel like it's asking you to take a step back, do some things to nurture self, connect with yourself on a deeper level here, to really, and sometimes it's just like taking space. It's not that you're not going to make the decision, but it's like taking space to allow yourself to just let it kind of come to you, if that makes sense. Some of you, this is just like clearing your mind so that you can make the decision and get the clarity you need. And if you're doing too much, again, taking that break to allow yourself to kind of recharge here. Because some of you could be definitely doing a lot, investing your time and energy into a lot of other people or other situations. And it's not giving you the space to look after yourself the way that you need to be. So that is what I have for you, Libra. Let's move on here. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. Let's see. What does Scorpio need to know? We have full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. Okay. We just did have that Aries eclipse. I think the next eclipse is in your sign, but I could be totally wrong. I haven't really looked at it. It might be in Taurus, but regardless, the eclipse season is affecting you because the nodes are in your sign. Okay, so we have the King of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Page of Cups. Okay, I feel like this is asking you, don't make any don't say things impulsively based on, you know, if you're fired up about something or you're going through something that's challenging, don't react. You can still express how you feel, but it's like a reactionary thing. It's that very much that like Mars type of energy. So I feel like it's asking you to be a little bit more, give yourself time and space to kind of to connect more with yourself, Page of Cups, before communicating or saying things. I feel like there could be something that happens maybe very quickly here that just really kind of triggers you. And so it's basically not reacting from a triggered place. You can feel the emotions and you can process the emotions, but it's like, don't necessarily bring that to other people. Okay. Is kind of what I'm getting. Like, I just feel like there could be something you say on impulse that you might regret. So that's kind of what it is. It's not that you don't express how you feel, because obviously we need to do that. That is very important. But I do feel like there's something you need to get out here and that you need to process that's maybe been challenging or, you know, emotionally painful to kind of deal with. But just making sure you're not reacting from like that fiery place, right? That like F you kind of, it never ends well, especially as a fire sign. I know it never ends well. I feel like it's asking you to kind of like connect more with your inner child and do things that bring you comfort, like console and comfort yourself. Take action from a place that supports your inner child. I feel like you could potentially be, if you are reacting or you do react, it's because you feel hurt and you feel, you know, kind of, yeah, hurt or broken. I'm getting even like there is broken on this word, but on this card, but for some reason I'm getting like you feel really, yeah, just really hurt by this situation, that little you, right? So this could be definitely reflecting or hitting a more inner child wound almost is what I'm getting in some way. That's making you want to be kind of bold with how you say something. It's giving me very reactive energy. So that would be where I feel like it's just cautioning you. Again, not that you don't express it, but just the way in which you're expressing it. It's making me think of like the 24-hour rule, right? Where you get really heated over a situation and they always say like, okay, give 24 hours before you come back. Like give yourself 24 hours to process your emotions, connect with how you feel, and so that you can come back and deal with the situation 24 hours later, whatever the time frame is, but just come back and deal with it in a more productive way. Because sometimes when we lash out, it's not productive, right? It's not really solving it. If anything, it makes me potentially a little bit more conflict depending on what's being expressed, right? So I feel like it's just cautioning you to be a little bit more compassionate with yourself as well as potentially others. There could be definitely an apology here coming in for this Page of Cups. And I feel like it's whoever did kind of the wrongdoing here with this Magician, Page of Cups, Ten of Swords. Like there's this sense of someone taking ownership, I'm getting. You might have to apologize if you lash out as well. There could be the sense of that as well. Like you might say something that maybe hurts another person as well. So there's just something here that I feel like comes up that kind of triggers you in some way, shape, or form that is having you just be a little bit reactionary. I mean, do what you want, right? Obviously, but I think that's what it is. It's just this emotional piece that it's just like something's got you really fired up here, and you might say or do something that you might want to take back. So just be cautious of that, and it's hard in the moment, obviously, but for some reason that's coming up for you. Now, this could be someone else says something to you and you have to kind of bite your tongue, I feel like they will apologize. Like it could kind of go either way, so take it how it resonates. But I do feel like regardless, there's an apology here, or something will be kind of like resolved, or there'll be a more compassionate conversation later, even if this does kind of blow up a little bit. So interesting message, but that's what I got for you, Scorpio. All right. Let's see what is going on here for Sagittarius. Let's see. You guys got two. We have full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension, and we have full moon in Libra, finding balance, or find a balance. What's going on for Sag here? Nine of Wands, Eight of Swords, King of Cups. Eight of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like things might feel very testy right now for you, Sag. I feel like you're kind of like, you're feeling a little bit potentially kind of burnt out here. Like, I just feel like there's a need to kind of reground yourself. Like you might feel very overwhelmed is kind of what I'm getting with the Nine of Wands, Eight of Swords. You could definitely be feeling burnt out in the sense of like you've been pushing and pushing and needing a bit of a break. The Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior. So I feel like there could definitely be this sense of like you feeling tested right now. And the Eight of Swords could indicate like if you're feeling kind of burnt out, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling overwhelmed, it's like there might be some negative thoughts, some negative, again, that tension, right, coming in that could be influencing you and making you feel very restricted and stuck and overwhelmed and very helpless and kind of more of a victim mentality, and just, you know, that feeling you get when you're just not feeling is a bad day, you know, it kind of is like that type of energy. I feel like this King of Cups is asking you to be very compassionate with yourself, connect back to your emotions, connect back and find a way to balance out your emotions or give to your emotional needs, okay? Being supportive of your own emotional needs. I feel like this is just like caring for yourself with this King of Cups, like taking a step back from whatever you're dealing with here and just taking a break to find this balance here where there's been a little bit of chaos. I just feel like you're maybe going through a stressful period in your life right now. And you might be feeling like, I don't know if I can keep taking action towards this or keep moving towards this, doubting kind of where you're at, feeling like, oh, things aren't moving forward. It's like you're almost there though with this Nine of Wands. I think you're going to have this kind of like breakthrough with this Eight of Wands, Page of Cups. But when you're feeling kind of this more negative, like pressure energy, like just this like tension, it's just asking you to find some sense of balance within your emotional space, and just like give to your needs, tend to your needs. Both of these are full moon energies, so you could be feeling just very overwhelmed or a very intense, heightened sense of emotion, or again, that tension, that feeling. And so I just feel like, again, this like King of Cups is saying like, give to yourself, like give time and space, be compassionate for yourself so you can gain that sense of control over your emotions and how you're feeling, and not get so overwhelmed by this Nine of Wands, Eight of Swords energy where you feel very caught up in what you're dealing with. Like the Nine of Wands though is like, you're so close, you're on the final push, you're on the final, like you just got to make it through whatever you're going through, but you're doubting whether you can make it through that, right? Like it's like, you know, when you're like so close that it's like the most overwhelming. And then it's like when it's finally done, you're like, oh my God, thank God. Like it's just like this full release of the stress, right? So I just feel like I had that when I was doing my thesis. It was just like, I was literally in tears on that like last final push of it. And then once I had written it and handed it in, it was just like, oh, all the stress was gone, right? And I feel like that's kind of tend to your needs while you're dealing with this last push of whatever you're going through, because eventually the full moon will be over here and we'll be able to move out the other side and just feel that like breakthrough of this energy, this push of this energy here. I feel like the tension's going to break at some point. Like it will break here, but to help yourself and to get that breaking feeling a little bit sooner, you can just kind of like find that balance within yourself and gain control of your own emotions, or find tools or strategies that you need in order to kind of like recenter and rebalance yourself. It's like, don't let it get to you kind of energy. So yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got for you, Sag. Hopefully that resonates. We are going to move on. And let's move on to Capricorn. Look at that, first quarter moon in Capricorn. Unleash your kindest self. All right. Let's see, Capricorn. Capricorn. Page of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Temperance, Eight of Cups. Interesting. These two cards kind of look very similar, with the person walking and there being kind of this pathway, right? I feel like some of you are helping or healing or giving to something, a person, a situation. There's positive news here. There's something I almost feel like has there's something bringing balance, bringing peace, whether that's you bringing peace or like something being brought into your life that's bringing a sense of peace. I just feel like this is like this path. Some of you could definitely be going down a healing path, whether that's for yourself or to help others. Okay, so whether you're the healer or you're being healed, right? But there's an opportunity to really kind of like harmonize and balance something out here. We will be going through a Mercury retrograde, and so the Six of Cups is kind of giving me this sense of this might be the right time to really step forward with something. Like you might be going back to something you've considered to that you wanted to start in the past and you maybe never have. This Temperance is giving me like there's a timing piece. It's the right time for you to step into what you're wanting to move forward with here. But there's like a gift, or there's something to give here, or to receive, because this could be again like you giving or you receiving this thing that it just, there's a sense of compassion here. Even with the unleash your kindest self, there's a sense of compassion here. Something coming from a very good, genuine, authentic place here. So if this is something you're receiving, you can trust it, I feel. But if it's something that you're giving, I feel like people are going to trust you, and they're going to see you as this very healing, kind energy. Like very calm, very peaceful. So there's something very positive to kind of step into that's going to feel good for you, but also feel good for others. I feel like this Eight of Cups indicates like a path you're walking down, or this new direction that it's now time to unleash this within your life. It's the right time to step into this. It's the right time for this to show up. It's the right time for you to take action on this thing or move towards this thing. So again, I'm not sure if this is you putting something out there or if this is you receiving something that it's like it's finally the divine timing of this to come into your life. And so I feel like this is something that'll just seem so balanced and so good in your life. Like it'll seem very positive. Six of Cups is like a gift from the universe, right? So it can be receiving gifts, but it can also be giving gifts, because the Page of Pentacles can be offering a gift, right? So again, it could kind of go either way, so take it how it resonates. But if you have something that you're looking to put out into the world, this is definitely indicating that it will be a very positive healing experience for yourself and others. And just come at it from a place, a heart-centered space, a sense of compassion, a sense of like, I want to give and provide, and it'll come back to you tenfold. Because you're doing it from the right place. Like you're coming at it from the right aspect of what the kind of goal or the focus and the intention is. So I see this really working in your favor. It might take some time to kind of like fully develop, and it'll be a bit of a journey. It's not just going to like poof happen overnight, but the opportunity to really receive this and step into this is going to be there, and you just have to kind of keep moving down that path and keep walking that path. It's not going to happen overnight, but I see this being a positive experience for, again, you and others. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. It's kind of a nice, calming, gentle type of message. That's what it felt like, at least, in the energy. All right. We are going to move on to Aquarius. Let's see. What does Aquarius need to know? We have new moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. I got the word purity. And let's see. What is this about for Aquarius? What is this for Aquarius? What are they trusting will be well? We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Hanged Man. Nine of Swords. Okay. There's stress around your path, or where you're trying to go, or the next steps in your life, right? That next chapter kind of thing, that next kind of direction, the next path. I feel like you're kind of overwhelmed. Yeah, Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, like overwhelmed, worried, maybe feeling like you're putting in a lot of effort, or like kind of spinning your wheels a bit is kind of what it's giving me. I feel like this Hanged Man is saying it, like you just got to surrender and release. And I mean, that is it sounds like the most simple thing on the planet. It's like literally the freaking hardest, right? Pluto's in your sign right now. It's going to be retrograding soon back into Capricorn, and then fully be in your sign for like 20 years. I just feel like maybe you're questioning something. You could also feel very like hung up, or like things are kind of on pause. Like you might feel like, I know the direction I want to go, but it's like it's not happening, or how is it going to happen, or what does that look like? There's just a lot of stress, like a mental anxiety. Overwhelming thoughts, just overwhelm. And it's like, I almost feel like you might feel like you're not moving anywhere, things aren't changing, things aren't shifting, but you feel like things should be changing and shifting. And it's just asking you to kind of release the sense of control and just like let things happen when they're gonna happen. Like you're questioning maybe an action you should take, or like you also could be thinking like there's a sense of like you may be wanting to take an action just because things are paused. So what I mean by that is like if things feel like out of your control a little bit, or you're kind of like stressing, you could be like thinking, I need to impulsively make a decision, or I need to impulsively act or go do something. You might not realize it's an impulsive decision, but you're doing it because of this fear of this pause, or things aren't moving, or I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna do something, right? And so being cautious of like, are you doing things just to do them? Are you doing things out of desperation? Or are you doing things because it genuinely feels right in your soul to like move and walk in that path and take that action? I do feel like it's asking you to kind of like shift your perspective a little bit. I think you're very clear on where you're wanting to go, or what you're wanting to have in your life, but it's like things aren't changing, things aren't moving at this moment, and that could be kind of stressing you out. And it's asking you to actually just release and surrender and just see what shows up. And we are in eclipse season, so it's like just let things kind of show up, right? You don't have to take action, you don't have to do things right now, like just absorb it, right? Let the information, the experience, all these like moving parts around you, let that come just into your awareness so you can kind of like absorb it and you can process it, and then you can discern if it's something that is for you or something that's not, or if it's time to take action or if it's not, right? This might be a time where you're meant to pause. And I feel like a mindset shift or a releasing of that mental stress, finding ways that you can get clarity, right? Releasing yourself from that mental stress, finding things to do that work for you will be very important at this time as well. So I'm just making sure, again, like you're taking care of yourself and taking care of your mental health and that sort of thing. And that's going to help you kind of just like see what's coming up for you, right? And seeing when and where to take action on things. It'll give you the clarity you need to move forward. The clarity is going to come in the pause. The clarity is going to come in the moment of, you know what, I'm not going to take any action. I'm just going to see. I feel like there's a sense of you taking a bigger picture here as well with this Two of Wands, like standing up tall and looking out and beyond and gaining perspective. So there might be like a bird's eye view, needing to take a step back to just really process and see something before making a decision as well. So hopefully that resonates for you, Aquarius. That's what I got for you. All right, last but not least, we're going to move on to Pisces. Pisces. We have new moon in Libra. Know you are loved. Okay. There could be a partnership, like someone who really respects you. This could be work. This could be romantic. This could be friendship, right? Any sort of partnership. Going on for Pisces here. We have the Six of Swords, we have Temperance, and we have the Devil energy. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. I feel like you're questioning. I feel like there's something, this Devil energy is kind of like a random card, it feels like. Like, I'm understanding what its purpose in this reading is, but it's like, this is so beautiful and patient and gentle and guiding, right? I feel like you're kind of in a transition period here, or you could be going through what feels like a transition, but you're actually moving into a more balanced place. Like there's a sense of, I almost feel like for some of you, there's a really good partnership, again, whether that's romantic, friendship, business, career, like a, you know, you getting a new job is a partnership, right? I actually feel like it's really leading you in a really positive place. And then it's like this Devil energy is like the negative talk or the fears or your insecurities, like all this all of a sudden coming up to the surface to make you doubt this positive change. Like I almost just feel like you start questioning. Like there's a sense of like, oh man, is this too good to be true? And then you start questioning the whole thing. I feel like it's just like knowing that you're loved, knowing that you're respected, knowing that you're trusted, and that you're, like, this is coming into you because it's like someone loves you, someone values you, someone sees you. It feels like this is a balanced partnership, especially with the Temperance and the coming out under the Libra energy. Like there's a sense of balance, and this is like meant to come in to bring you to a calmer place, a more balanced place in your life. But I feel like this Devil energy is like, it's like all the old fears or the old worries or the you know, just those shadow aspects that we need to work through in our life, like that could be starting to all of a sudden bubble up to the surface, and you're like, what the heck? Like, there's no way this is meant for me. And this could be, like I said, a person. Even this Page of Swords is kind of giving me this like connection to the Devil energy, where it's like, again, you're questioning things. You're kind of like, okay, like, yeah, this sounds good, but then at the same time you're like, but wait, you're looking for something to like be wrong. Right? And I feel like there's kind of this energy where you're just like, this is too good to be true. I think it's more of your fears that need to be worked through here. Some of you could also be transitioning a fear, like you could be coming out of and really healing and working through a fear around partnerships and love and knowing that you're loved and letting go of codependent relationships as well. Okay, entering a time where you're going to experience more balanced and harmonious relationships because you're healing your codependency wounds here. Okay, so if you do, or you have noticed like even toxic just relationships, connections, people in your life, I feel like you're seeing that, right? And you've been exploring that and healing. And your relationships are going to be a lot more balanced moving forward. They're going to feel a lot more easeful. It's not a word, but they're going to come with a lot more ease. Sometimes like when we heal, our relationships kind of become boring, right? Because there's not all this like chaos and this like all these arguments, and not that you don't go through that, right? But it's like when you kind of let go of the toxic connections and you don't allow yourself to step back into them, or you really have clear boundaries, it makes life a whole lot simpler, you know? And so you might be questioning something getting really easy because things have been really challenging in the past, but I feel like you're entering more balanced connections here, or balanced situations, balanced partnerships. And that's really allowing your life again to have this more flow, this more ease, and not this sense of like chaos, and not feeling trapped, feeling more free within your connections and your situations. So I feel like you're processing these things, and again, just whatever is kind of coming up for you at this time, like really process that and sit with that and really think and consider why that could be the case. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Pisces. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. But that's what I have for the reading. So thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I will be posting a Taurus pick a card for Taurus season, as well as the May pick a card will be coming out over the next like week or two. So, and the May readings as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I appreciate all your support and all your love, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.